Welcome back to my channel. If you are a doll that loves fashion and beauty content, make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications, and of course don't forget to hit that like button on today's video. In today's video, I am giving you my honest thoughts on the new makeup releases. So if you're interested to see what my thoughts are on these products, you know what to do. Keep on watching. I am so excited to be sharing my thoughts on these new makeup releases. This month a lot of products came out, and of course I want to be one of the first ones to try them out before they sell out. So on Instagram I did rate these products based on my first impressions, and so in today's video we're gonna see if I still feel the same way about my ratings from the first time. I really hope you enjoy, and remember, what works for me necessarily doesn't mean it's gonna work for you, and vice versa. I just want to share with you what these products look like on a mom of 5 kids, late 30s. I am combo skin, mostly oily, and also want to give a disclaimer, I do have 2 toddlers. They are in the background a lot of the time, so you've been warned. As always, I'm gonna have everything linked down below, and so without further ado, let's just jump right into this video. So the first product we are gonna try out today is the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. This primer is silicone free, it's supposed to be a smoothing primer, and here are some claims. So right now, based on reviews, the rating is at 4.5. It's best for dry combo to normal skin, without silicones. It doesn't have a fragrance. It's supposed to be good for pores. It's supposed to have a matte finish. It claims that it won't clog your pores. It's supposed to control your oils, smooth texture, blur pores, give you a soft focus finish. And overall, online, I'm just seeing so many dolls stating how much they love this blurring primer. Now, the way Huda says to use this primer is to use like literally 2 fingers. Now I'm only gonna use 1 finger and put it on one side of my face so you can see if it makes a difference from one side to another. So I'm literally doing a whole finger. It's a pink colored, very like thicky, is that a word? Thick consistency. And so I'm only gonna put it on this side of my face, and I'm gonna get up close to show you what skin is looking like right now. I did my skincare in the morning, and I also just did blot extra, whatever extra skincare is still on top of my skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this side. I hope you can see this is the best lighting in my house. And you know what, I'm just going to rub this in my hand like this, and I'm actually going to just blot it in. You see the shine right here? Let's see if it like mattifies. I don't see any blurring. My pores still look the same, and it's claiming to be more of a matte finish, but like I see radiance. So I rated this primer a 2 out of 5 because it's not meeting the expectations, my expectations. So I expected this to blur my pores because everyone online is sharing like, oh, where are my pores? Where are my pores? Like, I still see my pores. I'm like really pushing this in. It does have a tacky finish too. Like, it does have a tacky feel if you like those kind of primers, but I don't see the mattifying and I don't see the blurring. So based on the claims, I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5. It does feel lightweight on the skin, even though it's a thick consistency. Okay, this is no primer and primer. Well, I'm really trying to get up close here so you can see my raw skin, because my camera does have a little bit of that smoothing effect. So I'm trying to get real close so you can see. Do you dolls see the blurring effect? Maybe slightly, maybe like the most minimal, but this is not mind-blowing. Like, I still see my pores. So this is my second time using this primer, and I still feel the same way after using it first time. So on this side, I'm actually going to use this the Smashbox photo finish because I like this primer more. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to use a finger, a whole finger of this primer, but I feel this primer does way more. Okay, you see the shine here? Let's see with this primer. Okay, look at how much more mattifying the Smashbox is. Instantly. Okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. If you are more dry skin, I think you might like the Huda primer better. But if you're more oily like me, I think you should get the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Everyone has been wanting to try this new foundation. It's the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Natural airbrush foundation. So the rating right now at Sephora is the 4.5 rating. It has a medium coverage. It's fragrance free. It's a more liquid formula. It provides a natural finish. It claims to be lightweight. It also claims to be ultra blurring. The first time I tried this foundation, I rated it a 3 out of 5. Also forgot to mention that it has a 1.5 percentage of niacinamide. And what niacinamide is going to do is going to help improve your texture, reduce redness, and minimize pores. From what I've heard on the reviews is that the fourth formula in this foundation is not acne prone friendly. So let's get into applying this foundation. Everyone's talking about the packaging, how it just looks cheap. In my opinion, I don't really care about packaging. For me, the most important part is the formulas. I actually saw Huda Beauty's YouTube video, and so she uses the inside of her palm because the inside of her palms are a little bit more warm. It's not super runny. As you can see, it's like slowly going down, but it is more liquidy. I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics brush, and we're just gonna go in. And I promise it'll match my tan. But it is medium coverage. And you start to see that it's like not matte, but it's also not super dewy. I'm gonna go ahead and blend it all out. Let me just apply it on this entire side of my face so you can see. So here are my pores. Is it crazy blurring like everyone is hyping this foundation to be? No, not in my opinion. I can still see my pores even with the blurring primer, or you can still see the pores. And these products are supposed to do is make you feel comfortable not to wear a filter. It's like you're wearing a filter pretty much with this makeup. So like far away, like you tell me. This color is kind of looking orangey here on camera, I'm not gonna lie, but it'll all come together at the end, I promise. And I tried a lot, I swatched a lot of them at Sephora, and this was the better match for my tan. But yeah, far away, I think, you know, from a distance, it looks nice. Okay, I'm gonna get up close. I did put a pimple patch, and this is another item I was influenced to get. According to TikTok, this is supposed to be very seamless. It's the Neutrogena Stubborn Acne Blemish Patches. Supposedly, even after putting makeup, you can't see it, but like clearly you can see that pimple patch. So ignore that. I really didn't want to put makeup on top of that pimple. Okay, so this is the side with the Smashbox primer. And up close, now that I'm seeing, I actually like the way the foundation looks on top of the Huda Beauty primer. I don't know, it's like bunching up here a little bit, maybe like separating already on this side. Yeah, I don't like how it's looking on this side with the Smashbox. I didn't go in with more foundation. I actually just used whatever I dropped in my hand. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably do one more dot of foundation. It's like very little. And I'm going to just apply a little bit more on this side because this is where I was having my hormonal breakouts. You know, makeup is something that you truly have to play with. You have to play with different primers. You really have to find what works best for you, dolls. So I'm not really liking the way it's looking on this side. So I'm gonna spray myself. After every layer, I'm gonna go ahead and spray myself with the new Makeup by Mario setting spray. Yeah, there's something around my nose that I just don't want to like, so I'm gonna go ahead and spray this side. I don't feel like I need to spray on this side, but we're just gonna go for it. My overall rating, it continued to be a 3 out of 5, which is what I rated it on based on my first impressions. So in order to get that blur effect that Huda is talking about, her steps are using the primer, the foundation, and the powder. So the first time I did my makeup, I did not use the Huda Beauty powder because I have the new Makeup by Mario setting powder. Now this is the rating right now on Sephora is a 4.7, and it's supposed to be an alternative to the Givenchy loose powder. I also have that one too, and I honestly don't reach for it. But because they changed the formula, everyone is kind of comparing it to this new powder from Makeup by Mario. So here are the claims. They claim that it's supposed to be brightening, long wearing, a natural finish. It's supposed to blur your lines and your pores. It's supposed to set your makeup for 12 hours. When I first tried this powder, I went ahead and rated it a 3 out of 5, I believe, or maybe a 3.5. I don't remember. So somewhere along those numbers. So what I'm gonna do today actually is I'm gonna go ahead and set this side with the Huda Beauty powder, and then I'm gonna set this side with the Makeup by Mario in shade Fair Pink. Huda Beauty, I'm gonna go in with Sugar Cookie, Fair Pink. These are supposed to be brightening. So let's go ahead and blend out this concealer and let's see which powder I like better. Okay, I'm gonna get this powder and I'm gonna go ahead and tap the excess here, kind of blend it into the puff, and then I'm gonna start setting. If I can be completely honest, I also do not reach for my Huda Beauty powders. I just don't like them under my eyes. This is what it looks like. So, is that blurring? Is that brightening? Yeah, look. I honestly do not like this powder. This powder I think is overhyped as well. I just don't like the way it sits on my pores. I really, really don't. I'm gonna get up close. I don't know. It's a little drying. I don't like it. So I'm gonna get up close. This powder is definitely more lightweight, more of the natural finish as well. But I still see my pores. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yeah, it's not a wowing powder, dolls. It's an okay powder. Just gonna put more. I've also read some of the reviews that it is more drying, and I could kind of see that already too. But it is brightening. That is brightening. Yeah, but see how it's setting underneath my things? Like, I don't like that. Yeah, it's not setting really well around my lines. It is definitely more brightening. You can see that, right? As far as the Makeup by Mario, I'm still gonna rate it a 3 out of 5 just because it doesn't meet my blurring expectations. But as far as brightening, this powder is really brightening. So I kind of went and finished my eyes, my lips. The next product I'm gonna try is the Tower 28 Get Set Blur Plus Set Press Powder. This one right here claims that it's good for your pores, it's fragrance free, alcohol free, won't clog your pores, it's talc free, safe for sensitive skin, it blurs, smooths your pores, transfer proof, sweat proof, it's supposed to be lightweight, breathable, and the rating at Sephora right now is at a 4.5. Now when I first tried the powder, I rated it a 4 out of 5 stars. And so this is what the packaging looks like. I got this in the shade Palisades Pink. One thing people are saying is that it doesn't look pink at all. I really like more pink under my eyes. I feel like it's just a little bit more brightening for me and helps my dark circles. I'm gonna grab some on the puff. They're comparing this powder a lot to the Charlotte Tilbury. They're like battling it out between which one's better, and everyone is going for this one. So when I first tried it, my first impressions, sorry, I'm looking for my mirror. My first impressions was like, wow. I think this really tied everything together. I'd say right now that it is brightening. Okay. Do you see how good that brightens? Which is what I like because of my dark circles, because this mama doesn't get any sleep. As far as the smoothing and blurring, I think it does a good job on that. Let me get up close. Before this powder, I did not like how this side was looking at all. So I feel like this powder really did a good job in smoothing out those pores. This is why I give this one a 4 out of 5. I really like it. Out of all the products, I definitely recommend for you to try this one. It could look a little bit dry under the eyes, but I am going to use some setting spray right now to kind of mesh all these powders together. But as far as brightening, as far as smoothing out the pores, like those are the claims that I'm really wanting these products to meet my expectations. This one is definitely doing a great job. Mind you, pores are pores. You can do everything in this world. I mean, from someone who takes really good care of her skin, I do hydrofacials every month. I use great skincare. You can see there, I use Zeo products. These products have made my skin the most healthiest, and I don't have crazy texture. I have my occasional breakouts, but my skin is really, really baby smooth to the touch. Like, pores are just gonna be pores, and we're just gonna have them. I just hate that online everyone's making it seem like your pores completely vanish. And get up close and show you what makeup's looking like. Tell me what side you're liking best. And if you see a little bit of boogers, sorry. And we can still see the damn pimple patch. Why are they lying? Yeah, what I like about this powder is just it's not crazy pink, but it's giving me the brightening that I want, and it did a good job around my pore areas. It really made my pores look better. Didn't take them away, it just, they looks better around my pores, especially on this side. I was not liking this side at all. So the last product I'm going to try is the Makeup by Mario. This one is, it claims no fragrance. It's hydrating, long wearing. Right now it's currently rated at 4.8 stars on Sephora, alcohol free. It has hyaluronic acid. It's a barely filling, natural finish. I kind of do like, I really like the ultra mist that this provides. Like this really meshes like all the powders, like melts everything into the skin. This is the final look. This is the final look. I'm actually going to show you what it looks like on through my phone. So this is in front of my kitchen window, natural lighting. It really looks like I'm wearing a filter, but I'm not. This is what it looks like in front of natural lighting. I think it looks absolutely beautiful in person and throughout the day. I am loving the way my right side is looking, where I use the Huda primer, Huda foundation, and then the Tower 28 powder. Here I'm using my Alex Earl lighting, the little handheld light. Now, I'm getting up close because I really want you to see that you can still see the pores. Now, I think my right side does look a little bit more blurring, but other than that, like, let me know your thoughts. So for the primer, if you are more dry skin, give the primer a try. As for the foundation, I feel the same way. I feel like if you're more dry, maybe normal skin, you're really gonna probably enjoy these two products. If you're more on the oily side, make sure that you prep with your favorite oil control primer. And I also want to emphasize, before you actually buy these products, go to Sephora and go get a sample. As far as powder, if you like a natural finish, if you want brightening, definitely try out the Makeup by Mario. I'm going to recommend for brightening and for blurring those pores is definitely the Tower 28. And then the setting spray, I don't necessarily think that this is going to give longevity to your makeup, but I do like the spray to melt everything into the skin, since I do go in with a little bit more powders. If you are like me as well, I think you're really gonna like this spray. So those are my thoughts, and I think I officially rate them the same way I did based on my first impression. So I've been wearing this foundation now for about 6 hours. At around 6 o'clock, I decided to blot because I was getting that shine. But here is the final look. This is what makeup's looking like. I actually really like it today versus how I've been wearing it. This is my 4th time, maybe 3rd time wearing these products, except for the primer. The primer, I think I only used it once. I am starting to notice like little bumps, and I didn't notice that. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of hard with this camera, but like little bumps are starting to come out, and I really want to wash my face. I'm gonna work out because this like needs to not be here. And also around the pores, it's like it's not the business. Overall is a blurring slightly, but these are not products that I'm telling you to run and go get. Maybe the Tower 28. I think the Tower 28 really did something to my pores versus all the other products, if I can be completely honest. So if you're gonna try something out, I recommend Tower 28. But of course, all these products are worth trying because again, everybody's skin is different and every product's gonna work differently on everyone. I will be linking everything down below as always. Let me know what you think of my makeup. In-person makeup always looks different than also when you're recording. We have to take those things in consideration as well. The lighting that these influencers are using. Let me see in bad lighting. I'm gonna give you bad lighting so you could see. Look. And let me know if you tried any of these products, what you thought of these products. And so we're just gonna end the video here today. God willing, we will talk to you on the next one. Bye, dolls.